Let's take it away. Let's take it away. All right, everyone. It is September 4th, 2024, back here on another wonderful AK Roundtable. You know, every week, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to stick it in your calendar. And for those that are watching the recording, it's always fun to have you on live. I am really glad to see Porter on too. It's been a minute, Porter. What's up, buddy? So good to have you here, man. And I know for those of you that are not on camera right now, if you're driving or whatever it is, that's cool. If you're not driving, though, it's always good to get on camera. It just builds up some more energy. The more faces on here, the more we're able to interact and engage. So thank you for doing that. And then, of course, down as some housekeeping items, down at the very bottom, you have the reactions button. You can go ahead and raise your hand, send emojis, do whatever you want. You've got the chat feature down there as well. You can chat with everyone, or you could chat individually with people. Just select their name on the drop-down menu. My co-host tonight is Mr. Matthias Rawson, who is here every Wednesday, like a drumbeat, man. Thank you for being here and being a lighthouse for everyone on here, Matthias. Thank you for covering too when I'm away. So it's really appreciative. You're amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And a big shout out to my whole team too at Asphalt Kingdom. You guys are incredible. You guys are, I can't thank you enough for all that you do to support and help to drive the mission. And on behalf of the community and everyone else, thank you, team, for always working together to achieve more. We appreciate you. And for everyone who's attending, pouring into themselves, you know how it goes, man. Like, the main thing here is to take away some golden nuggets at the end of the roundtable. If you can get one or two things that you can think about and possibly go out and apply to your operation and improve, then that's really what we're looking for, is just some takeaways in a short 1 hour that's here together as a community. And I also will say that, you know, our core values at Asphalt Kingdom are ones that we really practice hard. We don't just preach them. And so I hope that for all of you that have your core values, that you also don't just preach them, but you do practice them. And for those of you that don't have core values, a good idea to get those core values in line. It kind of keeps your ship guided when you may be off that kilter for a minute or two. So that's in our case at Asphalt Kingdom, we have passionate about helping people, positive in all situations, striving to be our best, lighthouse in all interactions, and of course the hashtag pay it forward, which is mostly on our social media posts and in email signatures. And we try to really help everyone understand that pay it forward movement, which is what you learn. Please pass along, because the world needs more people to be lighthouses and to shine bright. That's for sure. And that's what we do here. So thank you for pouring into each other. Thank you for being here. Let's get this thing kicked off. Let's start off with some wins. I would love to hear any wins. And by the way, wins are not, a lot of people think they're financial. Wins are not that. Wins are progress. Wins are improvement. And wins are geared towards, you know, a better, brighter future. So any wins, just go ahead and just raise your hand, whether you want to use the reactions or just kind of flash your hand up physically, then I can pull you on and let's get this thing started. Does anyone have any wins at all? If we don't have any wins, guys, come on. If we don't have any wins, we got a problem. We got a problem. I got lots of wins. I can share all of them with you. I got wins every single day, but I want to get you guys interacting and engaging. Come on, wins in the last week. Porter, let's go, buddy. Let's do it. I know you have wins.
No, we're next week we're gonna start a 75 driveways, and it's like a HOA. Pretty pumped on it, and should be fun. We're gonna crack seal, hopefully do them all one day, and then the rest of the week just seal coat them all by hand, and should be good.
Where did the lead come in from, Porter? Congratulations, brother. Where did they come from?
I hunted that one out.
Did you?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what that looked like?
Yeah, I was cold calling around. I pulled up Google Maps and took a look, just around the area and stuff, and looked at big places and sent a few emails out, and then got a response, and yeah.
So it was actually an email outreach. It was cold email outreach that instigated.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool, dude. Cool.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Short email or long email?
Uh, I just kind of introduced myself and, told them what I had to offer. And I mean, it wasn't, a quick response. It was a couple weeks. And then I met with them and we walked the property and went from there. And I showed them, I explained everything that I would do. And then they messaged me back and well, I sent them the proposal and they accepted it. So
Congratulations, brother. That's
yeah,
a good project, right?
yeah, no, it's good. I'm excited. It'll be fun.
And is it like an HOA gated community or apartment community or what is it?
Yeah, it's not like technically gated, but it's HOA and yeah, it's a bunch of just houses and they're only probably like 1 to 2 car driveways. So, but
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. And you know what? I think there's a real opportunity when you're out doing those too. Capture that content while you're there, like capture some good video and get some great feedback from that client as well. Get a Google review, make sure you're getting some a video testimonial potentially, that you interviewing someone on that project. Like it would be really good to be able to take that and build that into your portfolio and then go hunt HOAs relentlessly, prospect and build that.
yeah, and just a big thing was just be responsive. Like when they email them right back. Don't wait on it. Just hammer down.
Speed to lead, right? You got a
Yeah.
boogie.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you honestly believe the majority of people do not follow that speed to lead process in our industry. There's everybody's like, yeah, for sure. And it's like, I'll tell you that's where you can literally grab that market share, is if you are that company that is the speed to lead in doing the things that you were just saying, Porter, is just be responsive, be quick, answer your calls. Like, and that's something that we're working on right now, is a solution around that, is like, how can we have 100% call answer rates? And how can we make sure that we're profiling and qualifying people appropriately on those inbound calls, and then having that trigger a task to you, knowing that that's a qualified lead that just came in. So stay tuned. There's some cool stuff on the horizon I've been working on. I'm excited about that one. But yeah, congrats, dude. 75 driveways. Awesome. Chad Keeping, what kind of wind do you have up there in northern Canada, brother?
Well, I had a couple driveways done, and they weren't done by me. It was done by hired help. And a couple of the customers called in and said to me, "There's some light spots on my driveway." So I was like, "Okay, I'll be right there." So I went and looked. I could see them. I said, "You know what? I'll be back personally in a couple of days to seal coat your driveway myself." Well, I showed up, and both customers were home when I went back, and they went, "You're actually keeping your word." And I said, "If I say I'm showing up on the job, I'm showing up on the job. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm doing it myself." So after I was done, I got a phone call at the end of the day, and I answered the one phone call, and I said, please tell me everything's okay." And he goes, "Yeah, everything's perfect." He says, "You should have did that from the start." I said, "Well, I learned a lesson." And I said, "The gentleman no longer works for me." So what I've done this year is I had two people working for me. I had to let them go because they just weren't cutting it. I was having too many issues. And I decided to take everything on myself with a quote on what he wanted quoted. He looked at it. He goes, "Your numbers are good." He goes, "This will go to head office and it'll be approved and you can start next year." So I got my first dealership under my belt.
Nice, Chad. That's fantastic.
So
That's
I'm
fantastic.
so this week is I'm gonna push and try and fill the pipeline for next year. If I can fill some for this year, that's great. But if it's for next year, that's awesome too. So I'm hoping 2025 is going to be the season.
Smash it out of the park, buddy. One of the things that I would say to you, Chad, is the people that you're going to hire in the future to come work with your company, make sure what happens a lot of the time is that I know that it's happened with me in Asphalt Kingdom is we've brought a lot of people on over the last 20 years, a lot of people. And when you hire someone, it's really important that there's a few things that you actually do before you hire them on and let them go out on their own. And having a clear understanding for your people of what an A-player agreement looks like that you've gone through in detail. And if you're not going through it in detail, have someone work with you to help you with that, with your staff, to do an A-player agreement where the people are truly clear of what their critical drivers are and what their KPIs are and what they're actually getting involved with from a role and responsibility perspective. Once you have that agreement in place, it's really important that they get the right kind of training in order for them to in order for them to actually bind into your business and buy into the culture and to really be able to help you grow your business. And having some light spots on a driveway, like on my team right now, let's just say we'll call light spots a screw up on an order. Raise your hand if you've screwed up on an order in AK. Like my staff, like my team, right? And raise your hand if you've screwed up over $1,000 worth of an order. Raise your hand. Multiple thousands of dollars. Okay. Here's the thing, right? It's like when and Robert, Matthias, you're both on here right now. You both know this most because you came in at a time where I was really busy and we were growing real fast. And so you guys didn't get the training level that you really needed in a very short period of time. You guys are still learning and will still learn. But the reality of it is, if you guys screwed it up, it's not, I can't look at you and say you guys screwed up and that I can't help you to not screw up with the same thing again. We have to work through those challenges. And so Matthias and Robert, if you just come on for a sec off mute, when we go through screw ups, what is my response to a screw up? And Matthias, if you go first, that would be great. And then Robert.
I remember my very first screw up. It was actually a customer out in BC selling them a line striper, and it was about shipping or something like this. It ended up costing the deal, I think. But anyway, the part we talk about when it comes to mess ups or things where there's issues, what happened? How can we fix it from going forward so that there's no issue going forward? Have we solved everything? Do you have any more questions about it? And you go through. Then you practice whatever it is we need to work through. Make sure there's a procedure that we can work through to make sure that that issue doesn't happen again. Once we do that, hey, if I'm still doing the procedure and following the right order, stuff doesn't happen. So we create a solution and we work through that. That's typically where I've learned from.
Robert, what have you found?
Same as Matthias. And then I remember the conversation we had. My first screw up was, the first one's on me. The second one, probably just a genuine mistake. But if we do it 3 times, you have a problem.
And that's, Chad, I want to help you with this message. Thank you, guys. I want to help you with this message. And I don't know the circumstances, but for everyone on here, okay, like this is a really important thing that we're speaking about. I've seen people literally hire salespeople on, appointment setters, laborers, and they just they didn't get the right training. And we expect, and again, Chad, I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm just saying that there was no A-player agreement with the person that they let go. There was not the right kind of training that they were poured into. And the person screwed up just because of an honest mistake that they had made. And at the end of the day, it's like, as leaders of our business, we have to be the ones that have to be accountable for that, not only with the client, but also with your team as you grow and scale. This is growing pains. This is part of it. And so my recommendation in the scenario that you're hiring or you're dealing with challenges with team members is that you got to change the people or change the people, right? And so, but you, in order to change the people, the first way to help people inside, you have to be willing to do things that are going to cost you time, investment of time. It's going to be resources and money, be training, outside training. You're going to have to be able to do that in order to take that to the next level. So Chad, I'm glad that you got that dealership, but what saddens me is that you've lost 2 people. And again, I don't know the exact scenario, right? Who knows? They could have been doing something that they shouldn't have been doing, whatever it is. But I'm saying if it was the light spots that I heard, I would urge all of you to really just give some more time to pour into your people so that you can grow and scale the business. Because Chad, there's nothing better than having you out there, of course, doing the stuff that you love to do and having people that you can trust and believe in that you've poured into to help you grow it. That's really a cool thing, because I'll tell you, growing a business alone is fun, but growing it with a team of people that you love and care about and that love and care about you, that's something that is really, really special, man. Like, that's the special. Uniten, same thing, right? We go through the same thing. I mean, Uniten and I are working on like AI chat, AI systems and all kinds of stuff, workflows that are wild. And it's like, we're learning together, and to know that I'm not learning alone is something special. Raise your hand if everyone's following me on this stuff right now. Raise your hand, honestly, if you're following me. All right, cool.
Hey, Judd, like at the end of the day, for example, I did a driveway Saturday by myself, and the woman come out when I was putting the hose back on the truck. She come out and she looked at her driveway. She said, "Beautiful job." I turned around. I said, "You scared me." She goes, "Oh, you're not used to people sneaking up behind you." I said, "No." I said, "It was way too quiet." She goes, "Very nice job." I said, "Well, you're more than welcome." I said, "And thank you." And that was
Yeah.
the best thing. You know, there's nothing better than that. You know what I mean? Hearing that from a customer's point of view, it just makes your heart sing. So I love what I do, and I'm going to keep
rocking it, brother. And you know what? I know you love to go out there and do that work, man. And it's, I think the message was just, anyway, my message is shared. What I will say is this: I just saw Dallas. I was really worried, man. Dallas was driving his library down the interstate. Like, that is spooky, man. Dallas was full out driving his library down the interstate, but he came out of, he did a Harry Potter thing right there. Nice job, man. Right out of the bookshelf, right in. What's up, Dallas?
What's going on, Judd? You've heard of mobile libraries, haven't you?
Of course, my man. Of course. Look at you rocking the branding. What's going on over there? You guys, oh man, that makes me happy right there, guys.
You see all
Guess
that paint
what?
on his shirt?
Yeah.
We just got done with a job tonight, which is, I don't know what, probably our 5th one in the last few weeks. So we've been getting busy and lining some up for next year.
You guys learned some good striping tactics recently, huh?
Yeah, we did.
What's up? How you guys doing, man? I'm so happy to see that. I'm so happy to see that. By the way, you're celebrities now.
How's that?
But the shirts, man, you guys got, yeah, I mean, you guys have grown the business. You're at the pro striping event. You guys crushed it, man. Proud of you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate all of your investment so far. Appreciate this community of asphalt professionals on here. Yeah, we've been learning some great stuff, and troubleshooting. There's a whole lot that we could share, but I'll try to keep it brief. I think one thing, we had one job that was 5 times the size that we were planning to do this first year. I got a video of it. If I can share it at some point, I'll do that here. But at any rate, we knew that we needed somebody to help us, so we had somebody else from a different city come in and help us. But I was telling Evan afterwards, I'm like, we don't have to like apologize for that, because running this business isn't just about running the machines, right? It's about hiring the right people, doing whatever you got to do to do the job right. And at the end of the day, it was our business who did it. So that was just one lesson that we've learned so far.
That is huge, man. That piece of advice is so important, right? So in other words, you could have just surrendered that thing and said, we're not ready to take that on. And that could have got pushed to the wayside, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was, I can't tell you how crucial it was that we did that job, because it's a huge church that's centrally located. And we've gotten so much publicity from that on social media. And had we not done the job, then obviously we wouldn't have gotten the publicity. But, you know, it has led to all these other jobs that we're doing now.
You guys flying a drone as well? Evan, you flying a drone too?
Yeah, actually, we got somebody to record a video before and after with the drone. So that's what we published on social media. And that's one of the things that helped us get so much attention.
That is awesome. Guys, if you wanted to do a freestyle jam and put it on our AK channel, we could do it as well. If you wanted to talk about, like, you know, a project that you guys have unfolded, we could put a spotlight on you guys too, if you want to do that.
All right, that'd be awesome. Yeah, so while I'm listening, I'll try to pull up that video and
Cool.
share it if I can, or else shoot it over to Mateus and see if he can share it.
That'd be awesome, man. I appreciate that. You guys, good to see you. Good to see you both. Keep crushing it, man. That's cool. That makes my heart sing, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Any other wins? Any other wins? Let me show
Ours is
you
probably
guys something.
pretty small, but I guess when you're growing a business, it's okay to have something small. We had a social win on social media in the last week where a realtor that's a statewide realtor picked up our social stuff, and we're like, we barely have any posts out there or anything, but she's sharing it. We've got a video out. She's sharing that stuff for us. So it's small, but we'll take it.
I love that, right? And it's, you know, I say this constantly, success attracts success. And so as soon as you start getting that momentum, right, that's what it is. It's momentum begins, keep on it. The conviction continues to build and scale. And I know Seth and I are jamming on WhatsApp, going through stuff. And it's like, as that conviction and belief starts to really step up, that's when the freight train starts to build up that momentum and then crashes through any potential doubts. So keep at it. Proud of you guys. Awesome. I think that we have Skylar Garman. Skylar, what's up, man? How's the pro striping? Before I do, actually, hold on, Skylar, hold on. I got something. Let me show this first before I pop you in live. Check this out, guys.
Skylar, what are they doing here?
Marking out their center line for the basketball court. So we have an 84-foot high school regulation court. We're splitting the court into half. So 42 feet, they're making their mark on the left side and the right side foul line so that they can snap a line and get a true center point inside of the court so we can get our jump shot line.
Those guys are measuring. They finished measuring, they made their benchmarks. And now we've got a team coming behind, they're snapping. What we're doing right here is we're laying out the outside of our basketball court.
Nice job, guys. What's happening? How's the day going over in PA? What's happening?
What's up, guys? Yeah, no, it was great. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good. I think there's like Bluetooth disconnecting. For all of you that don't know, so Coach Dom and Skylar right now are at their Pro Seal location. They're doing a 2-day pro striping workshop, 4th and 5th, today and tomorrow. And there's some pretty cool, there's companies that range from just getting started right up to multiple 6-figure companies that are there. So yeah, Skylar, fill us in, man.
Yeah, so it was definitely great. We back at the same location, laying out basketball courts this time. So we're doing yellow basketball courts on an existing white lined parking lot so we can differentiate the lines and they can have multiple uses, in the same location, right? They didn't have to dedicate more blacktop to it. They do some basketball summer camps and some things like that. So we're laying out a full court. We did a lot of like large layout. We squared up the court, because we're putting foul lines and everything. So using the 3-4-5 rule, which turned into 30, 40, 50. because it was so large today. The court's, 84 foot in length by 50 foot in width. And 2 basketball keys, one at either end, center jump lines, anything from original layout. We have one guy that has a brand new machine that didn't even take it out of the box yet, and another guy that's, at $750,000. So it's a big range of people, and that guy was subbing a lot of his work out, and he wants to bring it back in house now. He wants to fatten that bottom line. He wants to take some of that bottom line back and bring it back in house and create an opportunity for a guy he has there, and really go all in on that. So yeah, no, it's been great.
What do you think the number one takeaway was today in your first day for you?
For me personally?
Yeah.
Business is numbers, and problems can become captive, but if you're in the right rooms, success can happen.
I love that, man. That's put that on a bumper sticker. Matthias, right? You write that down? That was brilliant. That's bumper sticker stuff right there, Matthias. Where are we going to put that? We're going to print a sticker and that should be on the wall right there, bro. Right with the banners. Yeah, that's really, really good. I like that. Cool. What are you hoping you're going to get out of tomorrow, Skylar, with the whole team? What are you hoping they're going to walk away with?
I think, from my experience, we see this unfold in phases, and, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, of like getting the trust built and the relationships built. And, everybody comes in doing their thing on the first day, and they all have different experiences and walks of life and things. And like, you're in a room with a bunch of strangers talking about very vulnerable stuff, right? Like, and it's about like, how much are we doing? Where are we going? What's your biggest problem in the business? And being able to talk about that openly. So it takes time, right? And, we constantly refer to them as breakthrough of barriers. And we definitely had a great breakthrough this evening. We've had some relationship building in the morning. We went out in the field, got some hands-on. We came back to the shop. We ate lunch. We got some hands-on back at the shop of really understanding priming and layout, and got them hands-on with, water running through the machine. And I think I always love the second breakthrough just a little bit more, because it just gets one layer deeper, right? Now I understand where each person is, and we understand where everybody is as a team. And now we get to like kind of dive in on those things a little bit more, where it might be like, hey, I have this problem, but we get to unfold that problem just a little bit more. We get to add one more step into that. And, it was amazing, right? We had some younger guys there as well, 24, 23, I think. And, it was neat to see even the rest of the team that was flown in, pitching in and saying, man, 10 years ago, this is where I would be. And then like, sometimes they need to hear it from that perspective, and they don't need to hear it from the boss or the guy up front, or, the owner of the company. Sorry, guys, the owner of the company.
Yeah.
And they need to hear it from somebody else. And when they hear it from somebody else, like, all of a sudden it makes sense and it clicks, and you start to see the gears turn. A lot of guys are already, they're like, oh man, I can't wait to go back home. And I'm like, oh, we didn't dive into all of it yet. So
yeah,
the second breakthrough.
I love that, man. It's so cool to actually have these available, and it's a really special thing to be able to do. And the thing that I find that's been so cool with Skylar, and for those of you that have come to any of the events, like you notice that, I'm sure, is that the culture at the events becomes pretty strong pretty quickly. The energy, the vibe, the passion, and what it is that everyone's committed to doing, which is just building a better future, is super important. And so Skylar, thank you, and Coach Dom for pouring in, and for all those people that are doing it too. Really cool stuff, man. Appreciate you.
Of course, we always do some extras and stuff as well. It's where I'm headed right now. So, they all love to do the post networking, like, hey, let's get some actual like one-on-one time and, you know, build relational capital with everybody. So it's always great to do this as well. We typically go out to dinner or do something like that.
Yeah, if I was there, I don't know that I'd be going into Harrisburg and then a Chinese restaurant, but I certainly would be. I certainly would be doing something different. There's an inside to that one. For those of you that are at the next event, I will share that whole story for sure. It was, well, maybe not the whole thing, portion of it. All good in the hood. It actually, believe it or not, I grew an enormous amount from that experience. And, you know, I'm sitting at the table yesterday and my son, Theo, looks at me and he goes, Dad, do you know what my favorite number is? And I'm like, what's your favorite number? He goes, 333. And I'm like, no, this is awesome, right? 333 is such a great number, everyone. I hope that you put it somewhere important and just tuck it away. It's a really important number. All right, cool. Back to, let me share this, guys. Check this out. Dallas and Evan, I've got a YouTube link. I'm going to share this on the AK Roundtable right now. Check this out. Let's open up the link and let's share the audio as well. Oh, it is gonna be good. You guys are packed. You're doing it. I could see it already. It's paused, but this is good. Raise your hand if you're ready to see this awesome video of Dallas and Evan, who are building an awesome striping business as a pavement management solutions company. Yes, everybody's ready. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Check this out.
Brookside Church, you guys shut before, now you have.
You guys doing it, man. You're doing it. You're doing it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So we had a lot of fun with that. I guess, you know, a couple other tips I could share. So the guy that did the video just sent us the raw video. I actually put that together using Microsoft Clipchamp, and it was really easy. I just dropped the video in there, had a couple of pictures, and actually used AI, and it kind of did it for me. It put the music in there and the transitions. So that was really easy. The other thing we learned from there, you could hardly hear Evan speaking at the beginning because I was, you know, standing about 10 feet away from him. So then after we did that one, with the other videos, we've been using the wireless mics to record the video, and the audio is obviously much better. So all kinds of lessons every time we do something, and it's been good.
You happy, Evan?
Sure am. I can't wait to keep striping some lots.
Yeah, that's right. Keep striping it, man. Keep striping it. Cool. It's cool to be on this journey with you guys, man. It's really, really cool. I'm glad you guys showed up tonight. It's important to keep sharing your wins, guys. People, you inspire people, right? You started not that long ago, and you're now going to be inspiring all kinds of, you're inspiring people on here right now, right? And Evan, I'll tell you, you know, at your age, like, how old are you now?
15 still.
I mean, think about all of the people in their mid-teens and late teens that can see you doing what you're doing, and to inspire them to build something that's different than just kind of sitting behind their cell phones, scanning endless feeds, and actually building a life and future that they actually can unfold for themselves. So keep inspiring, man. It's a really special thing that you have. You probably both already know how powerful this opportunity is for you guys beyond just striping. But this is a really, really, it's a mission, man. So congrats. Change the world, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. By the way, there is in the chat I'm going to ask everyone to do this. Okay. This is a really important thing. If everyone can do this, this would be really appreciated. There is a link that I'm dropping in right here into the chat. Everyone click that link and do me a favor and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that we can get, I know that there was 1 subscriber. Now there's 2. Now there's 3. Come on, guys. Let's subscribe to the channel. Let's get some buzz going on this channel right here.
I got
is
all
this
the
the channel that
I want to see all the I want new vids.
Yeah, let's go.
So that's my personal channel. We actually got to still create the one for the business, but yeah, go ahead and please subscribe, and that's one of the next things on our list is building out social media channels.
So I'll tell you what to do then, guys. If you can get your YouTube channel set up and you can drop that in the Facebook group, or you could drop it in the next roundtable if you guys come next week, that would be great. And we'll get subscribed to the channels. And guys, just so everyone's clear, like this is a really important thing I'm about to say. We say it at our roundup events. We say it at our training conferences. We say it in our coaching environments. This is really, really important. Who here believes that we have a community of more than 1 person or 2 people on the screen? Who here believes that we have hundreds of people that are in the Facebook groups that are actually committed to a brighter future? All right, cool. So my question to you all is this: why would we not work together beyond what we are doing right now to drop our Google reviews in our Google link for Google Business Profile into the roundtable or into the chat right here? We still have another 21 minutes here. You guys could be dropping your Google My Business Profile in here, and we could be leaving reviews. Now, leaving the reviews, I'm not asking you to be dishonest in any way, right? Just to be clear. But if you show up here and you're part of a community that's active, does that mean that you're pouring into you and your business and the community? Yes, for sure. So don't leave reviews that are lies. Leave honest reviews for people that are a part of the community that you care about, that we're working to build a better future around. And so that's something really, really important to do, guys. In a social setting, in here on the roundtable, don't ever be afraid to ask for that. And I'm saying that, Dallas and Evan, see you guys. Thanks for coming on. I'm saying this because the Google reviews that you're going to get are going to influence the way that you're going to appear in the index of Google. Your reviews are a massive part of distinguishing social proof, distinguishing reputation. And for Google to see that you're an active Google Business Profile, it's a really important thing. So please pour into that, guys. Don't not leverage the community to really help your business grow, but don't just be a pull. Be a push too, right? It's a push-pull environment that we work in. You know, let's scratch each other's backs and let's keep building and growing. It's very important. You can see we've got YouTube links that are dropping in and so on. Billy, you're at 39 reviews already. Yeah, let's get you to 50, man. Right? Let's get you to 100 by January 25th. Like, what are all the other companies in your area? What are their Google reviews in there right now? You know, like, are we actively hunting that with our existing customers that we've worked with? Are we actively doing that with the people that know us, that truly and genuinely care about us, and that say that we're pouring into the business? We come and learn in these environments. Every week we're learning. Every week we're researching. Go ahead, Billy. You got your hand up.
So, and that's what I started realizing, the organic traffic is coming through now. I just got to work on my closing. You know, I'm not the best. Car sales and closing on an asphalt deal is totally different. So what I started doing is offering like services that get me in the door. I don't do residential, but like driveways, small flat work pressure washing from in my neighborhood and locally, just to get a Google review, get my name out there, especially in some of the more affluent areas, because a lot of those people know business owners. And I don't say like, hey, I'll do this for a Google review. It's just more, it gets my foot in the door. I know the, for example, for like, next, this coming up is the Marine Corps' birthday here pretty soon, right? So all the Marines that are live around here that are retired or veterans, I'm giving them like providing free services. So that's gonna, I'm hoping, excel and my Google review present, because everybody around here, their reviews, they're like 3 stars, 4 stars, and they're like 2 or 3 reviews, and they're are out of business, or and they don't put photos up on their Google profile listing, so they're not as relevant. They might have paid sponsorships to get higher on the page, but if they're a franchise, that's the only ones that are outranking me on Google right now in my area. I'm not going to say the franchise, but they're well known.
The franchise. I know the franchise. There's a couple of them. But I'll tell you this. You want to see something cool, brother? What you just said right there. This is a lesson, a log of lessons right here for everyone. Watch. I typed in Jacksonville, North Carolina striping, and what pops up? Mr. Billy Ammons for the win. #1 for striping for Jacksonville, North Carolina, sir. Congratulations on that. Now, if you take a look at the reviews, who has the most reviews here out of this list? Again, Mr. Billy Ammons for the win. So this is not just some kind of a story or something that, everyone's making up here. It's pour into it. Pour into your business, guys. Go get the Google reviews. Hunt them. Again, don't get fake ones that are filled with lies. Get real ones from people that actually genuinely know who you are, and that you're that person that they are willing to leave a Google review for. Like, I know that Billy comes here every week for months upon months upon months upon months. It's over a year, and he pours into his business and then pays it forward to other people. Would I leave a Google review for Billy? Darn right, I just did. Right? Cool. Any questions, anyone? Questions? Anybody new on here that has any questions? Anyone in here who's been in the business for a long time that has any questions? Any comments? By the way, Billy, I think you just got 3 more reviews.
Hey, thank y'all. Hey, if people are having trouble finding their links, I'm sure they can put it in the 8K group, Facebook group, and we could all go in there and put your Facebook or your other socials and kind of all one post. That way we can all follow each other and help each other, maybe send some critiques and show some love. Thank y'all.
It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff, this stuff. Speed to lead. And oh, by the way, just one more thing about the Google Business Profile. If you actually keep consistent on your Google Business Profile, oh, we got a bunch of people there. Let's see, Scott. Let's see.
Goulash, Dom.
Goulash and Dami.
You're good. You're on. Oh, we're on.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
I wouldn't want to run it. I wouldn't want to run into the wrong side of you guys out there on the road, man.
That's what that's going behind us.
Unless I'm with
Tommy's truck back there. His truck's all lettered up. Got logos on.
Yeah. Good stuff, guys. Have fun tonight, man. Enjoy. I'm going to drop something in here, guys, for the Google Business Profile link. Actually, what am I talking about, man? We have a link that actually teaches you all about your Google Business Profile setup that we wrote. I wrote a whole blog about, hold on, Google Business Profile, Asphalt Kingdom. We've done this all, guys. There's a step-by-step on how to do this thing right. Check it. We got like 3 articles on this stuff, guys. Check this out here. I'm dropping it in the chat for all the people who are on here. You guys are going to get that step-by-step right there. Let's go ahead and get this over here as well. But what I was going to say is this. The reviews are important, but you know what's really, really important in addition to the reviews? Any ideas? Any ideas in Google Business Profile? Any ideas, Billy? Go ahead.
So what I did, I would say this is somebody that's been on AK before. They have a great company, and they're a smaller striping company. And so they're in another state, and I looked at their Google profile, and I looked at all the services and all the searchable keywords they listed in their business, and how they set up their profile, their Google My Business profile, and I kind of replicated it. Now, granted, I'm using my own photos, my own information, links to my website and socials, but they talked about on their they have a podcast. They talked about how on their Google My Business profile that how to influence the SEO on it, because like a lot of these companies that sell you SEO and how to optimize it, but a lot of it can be done organically through your Google My Business, like modifications to keywords, searchable words.
Your company name is important. Your description is important of your business. But what's really, really important, your reviews are one of the top peaks, right? Because it shows that there's that you're actually an active company, that there's people that like you, know, like, and trust you. But what you want to do is no different than kind of the social media to bump the algorithms, is you need consistent output of content through that channel. So photos are super important. Any kind of posts that you make through your Google Business Profile channel, it's really important. If you go to like Asphalt Kingdom's Google Business Profile, you will see that there are posts that go out there multiple times a week. There are photos as well. Now, in those articles or those posts, as well as photos, you have the ability to actually optimize them. You can write a phrase around it. And so if Billy owns a striping business and he's posting photos and content around striping, would it be important for him to weave the keywords like line striping, parking lot striping, pavement markings, right? Anything to do with striping would be really, really important. Now, if he was a full service pavement management solutions provider, he might start posting photos about paving. He might do some concrete stuff. He might do some pressure washing in there. I don't know. But you just want to make sure that you're pumping. Think about pumping a heartbeat. Your Google Business Profile is a heart. You want to make sure that you're keeping that beat really, really strong. So keep it active, keep it up to date, keep that drum beat going. Make sense? Everyone? Make sense? Cool. Social media is the same as well, but Google Business Profile is a good one. YouTube's important too. Man, YouTube, I know I talk about it all the time, but like for you guys, wide open, man. Like Billy, if you started getting some videos around striping and you were optimizing it for like Jacksonville, North Carolina striping, and you started pumping out videos about pavement markings and different keywords, and you optimized the title and the description and your tags for the video, and then you had some links in your comments with content around that as well in your comments that you pin to your comment feed. Like if you did that, dude, you'd be found on Google, you'd be found on YouTube, you'd be found on Facebook, you'd be found on Instagram, and now all of a sudden you've got what's called an omni-channel marketing platform that's literally driving leads and social proof that allow you to now blow this thing to the next level, right? Let's go, buddy.
I'm still working on YouTube. I just got familiar with TikTok and how to edit videos on TikTok, so I'm building up my level of comfortability with doing the videos.
Let's go, man. One way to get comfortable. Get out there and shoot it. By the way, a pro tip for you guys so that you can grab this. The name of the product, for those of you that are interested in shooting content and getting top ranked in these different engines to get a lot of leads and drive more business, Kamika, Camika, Kamika mics. They plug literally into your smartphone, and you can put your smartphone on a tripod, on one of those telescopic tripods you can buy on Amazon for like 29 bucks. And the Kamika mics, I think, are like $90. You get 2 of them, and you just clip them on your shirt. Or you saw Skylar with one on his hat earlier on the pro striping workshop. But like those are just awesome. The clarity is great, and it's super inexpensive. So for around 120 bucks, you can get your own setup with your dual mics, with your telescopic tripod for your phone to hold, and you could just go shoot content out on parking lots. Works great. And then edit it. You heard Dallas, you can just use AI platforms to edit. So really easy. There's a cool app too that you guys should check out. It's called Caption, and it's downloadable. You can throw your videos on there and then it'll put the captions on it automatically, but it also has AI built into it so that it'll write your YouTube title and it'll write your YouTube description. It's called Captions. You want to check that out. And for those of you, by the way, just another pro tip to throw on top of this before we go into the final wrap up of our roundtable tonight. If you guys have challenge in actually shooting selfie videos or putting the phone on a camera or whatever on a tripod and shooting it with your mics, what you may want to consider doing, as I've said in the past, is downloading an app called Teleprompter. And you can actually use ChatGPT if you want to create a script, and you can refine it to the tone that you want. I'm not saying just go tell it to write a script about striping for Jacksonville, North Carolina for striping and to optimize it for that. I'm not just saying that, but I'm going to say it anyway. Like, you could just get it to write your script for you, and it could be a 2-minute video script or a 1 minute. And you could literally hold your phone and it's recording you, and you could read the teleprompter script right off of your phone, practice it 3 or 4 times. But don't forget, YouTube is not just about the titling and the description and the tags. It's actually listening to you in relation to the title and the description that you've actually inputted. So it's voice recognizing you saying keywords. So having a proper script, Billy, that you're reading off of a teleprompter and trying to make it as natural as you can is going to be really important for you to get top ranked for North Carolina striping or in Jacksonville striping, for example, for those kind of videos. They're very, very important. And for those that actually do what I just said right there, you will end up with some really great results. But that's in your arena now. It's in your side of the court. Cool. John, what's happening? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Just to add 2 points. Responding to Google reviews is also important.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't like talking on videos like me, I use an app called InVideo. They create an AI video. You can edit the script, the images, whatnot. Those are some of the videos posted on my YouTube. It's great for shorts, content, educational stuff.
I love that. And responding to those reviews, you're 100% right, John. Like, responding to them properly is very important.
Especially the bad ones.
Well, all of them, I think, right?
Yeah.
Every single one of them, right?
Yeah.
Really important. Really, really important. I couldn't agree more, brother. I'm actually going to drop. Actually, Matthias, do you mind doing this for me, brother? We're going to do this right here. I'm going to drop this in the chat. Can you guys do me a favor? In that chat right there, do you see that link I dropped in? Raise your hand if you see the link I just dropped into our chat. Can I ask you guys for a favor and drop us a Google review at AK? Would that be possible? 2 minutes. And when you drop that AK Google review, you're going to get, somebody's going to reach out to you regarding a special gift. Special gift. So stay tuned. I appreciate you guys. That'd be awesome. The special gift, by the way, has something to do with a really cool baseball cap. Alyssa, and Seth. You have your hand up? Are you frozen? Oh,
She's
frozen.
writing a review probably.
Got it. Okay, cool. Any other questions before we hop, man? There was some golden nuggets at the end of that. I'm telling you, if you guys do some of that stuff we just spoke about.
Sorry, just one more thing for content for Google My Business. If anyone's, I know GoDaddy has it for my web hosting, but it allows you a social media calendar to pump out content all at one time to Instagram, Facebook, and Google My Business. You can schedule it or post it at the time. Articles, pictures, blogs, all that kind of stuff.
What platform are you talking about, Joe?
GoDaddy.
Yeah, GoDaddy has it. Hootsuite has it. HubSpot's doing it now. There's a bunch of cool platforms. It's a really good piece of advice, so you don't have to manually do it on all platforms. Saves a bunch of time, right?
Right. They also have suggestions you can set up for a whole month in advance. Different articles like Pizza Day or this whatever national holidays they come up with for every day of the year, and tie that in.
Let's go. There's a question that just popped into the chat here. It says, what's the widest I can go when crack filling? So if you're using mastics, which you're going to need a mastic kettle, you're speaking about big dollars to do mastics. But you can get into really wide cracks, 6-inch, 7-inch, 8-inch cracks. You can fill depressions, bird baths with mastic and that kind of stuff. But if you're not going to go and invest into, let's say, a $15,000 or $60,000 mastic system, then you're going to want to do, like, from a rubber crack sealing perspective, we generally say don't go wider than 3/4 of an inch. And I could get in trouble just for saying that. You're going to have to go over it a couple times to fill it, because when you do your first pass, it'll settle down and it'll depress into the crack. There'll be settling, so you do have to go over that crack a couple times, sometimes even 3 times. But when you start getting into cracks that are 1 inch wide, 2 inches wide, and you start dumping just raw liquid crack sealer in there, like hot pour crack sealer, it's not going to do what you want it to do, and it's not going to last. It's not designed. It doesn't have enough body for that. And so what you're able to do, this is a very important tip, and it's very delicate. If you want to seal cracks that are wider than a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch, you can take your hot pour crack sealer out of your push melter applicators or a stationary kettle where you're using pour pats or banders. And when you're laying that crack sealer down in the crack, it's 350 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And at 350 degrees to 400 Fahrenheit, it's going to be in liquid form. Pay attention to this, guys. It's a really important one. It's going to be in really hot liquid form, right? Almost like oil. Okay. And when it goes into the crack, you have somebody behind with very fine asphalt millings. I'm not talking about big aggregate, but from the plant, you can go buy millings for like $12 a ton, sometimes less. Those millings, you want to try and find the finest aggregate that you have, and you're literally sprinkling those millings as that kettle or that pour pot or bander is applying that liquid hot crack sealer. You have to be right behind it. If you wait, if you're following behind that 4 or 5 feet, it's already too late. You need to be right behind it. And what the millings will do is settle down in that liquid and give it more body that it didn't have before in its liquid form without any aggregate. And now you've got more of what we call a self-produced mastic. Everybody following me with this? Now, just so you know, when you're doing liquid hot pour crack sealing and you're doing your cracks, just make sure that you're looking at, like, on a 30-pound box, you should be getting roughly around 200 linear feet per box. That's on the average, 1/2 inch wide, 1/2 inch deep. But if it's 1 inch wide and a 1/2 inch deep, it means you're getting 100 linear feet. So you have to be very, very smart in understanding your costs when you're doing your application, because you could literally put holes in your boat and burn the profit out of your business. You guys following me? Cool. If the cracks on that parking lot are wider and you have to go behind with millings, and that takes that extra effort, your crack sealing project for those wider cracks are no longer $1, $1.25, or $1.50 a foot. You're getting into $3, $4, $5 a foot when you start getting into 3-inch cracks, right? So we just need to be really, really well prepared for what we're about to tackle, and understanding the volume, the sheer volume of material that's going to get put down, and do your estimating properly. Make sure it's built into your costing calculators. Like in AK Dash, we have all the calculations that you can be plugging in relating to the cost, so that you understand where you're going to come out from a profitability perspective. Very, very important. It's a fantastic, fantastic trick to use well. And it was actually shared with me by somebody who's been in the industry for 50 years. That is extremely well respected. Matthias, you've met him. Some of you actually, not everybody. I think maybe 2 or 3 people on here have met him, but we'll just say he was the president of one of the biggest seal coat manufacturers in the United States. So that is a trick of the trade. But just to be clear, if you're going to go out and do bridges and you're going to go and do all kinds of mastic work that's with this kind of makeshift mastic, the time it takes to do what I just said for mastic styled repairs is going to be very time consuming compared to buying a mastic machine once you've scaled your business and you're ready to go. Follow what I mean? It's kind of like guys that are using cold patch right now to do asphalt repair, but really they should have a 2-ton hot box that they're firing from to do their hot asphalt repairs, but they're still stuck on Aquafault. No offense to Aquafault, by the way. I think it's a great product. I'm just saying that if you're going to go and have your material costs go through the roof and the profitability of your projects go way down, that's not exciting for me. I want to see you guys make a shit ton of money. One 2-ton hot box can make you $4,500 in GP. 2 tons of hot asphalt can make you $4,500 in gross profit. One load. Cool. Next week, we go into, on our side, just so you know, our company is moving into pothole hunting for fall and winter months to keep cash flow flowing. So you guys are going to see ads, you're going to see webinars, you're going to see us pushing heavy on that. And it's not because we want you guys to not make money and not work all winter. We want you guys to make money throughout the year and create a profit and loss P&L that's more sexy rather than having this up and down bullshit that most companies have. I want to see you guys thrive all year round, and we're going to pour into you guys. We have clients, by the way, that are doing the pothole hunting stuff. They're starting for under $3,000 with the solution. And then from there, they invest into it. And then they take off in a rocket ship, just like Billy just did there. All right, cool. We're top of the hour. Guys, thank you so much, as always, for coming in, tuning in on the AK Roundtable. Looking forward to seeing you all next week, same time, same place. And again, thank you for pouring into yourselves. It's an important thing. See you guys.
Thanks, everyone. Nice work. Good job. Judd,
Well done,
good
guys.
job.
Thanks, Matthias.
Thanks for sharing,
Thanks,
everyone.
Robert. Unitin, thanks. Cheers. See you, Billy. Bye. Tony,
Cheers.
later, buddy. See you, Adrian.